What's up, everyone?
I can start.
I just like hearing the bell. What's up, everyone? How's it going? I can't.
Is Adam trying to like match the bell with the?
Yes.
I've double Dan, double Adam, double B. Like I said, my YouTube. What's up, guys? Don't worry about it. Hi, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing good. It is Friday, June 4th. I didn't stream last week. I apologize. It's just with the Memorial Day weekend, it was crazy. Good to see everyone. Good to see Dan back. Good to see Adam. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first
Super chat.
Yes.
That's how it's done.
Nice. Disney Circus Girl Ray, £4.99. Super chat. Thank you so much. Super Ray is one of my sponsor channels. Go check out her channel. I have the stuff here. Let's go over some stuff here. RobFuz, my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell. You never know when I'm going live. Of course, my website, robfuz.com. All the links over there to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm even on. I'm not even going to mention it. So don't forget to hit that like button. Please subscribe to my amazing partner channels right here. Adam, this guy right here. We got Dan here. The Live Place, of course. Dean, Vipery Project, Ed and Mindy. I love you guys. Hope you're doing good. Road Trip Dave, my man Dave. Steve's World from Florida. What a bunch of crazy partner channels. Go check them out. Of course, my sponsors, D&G Explorers. They go live every Monday, 8 o'clock. Incredible. They do Disney. They do cruises. So much fun. To Philly Crew. Talking Disney food, Disney, unbelievable. They go live Thursdays, 9 o'clock. Ray goes live every Monday, 4 o'clock. Disney Circus Girl Ray. Now that Disneyland Paris is open, she is on fire. And she actually works for a circus. She's been posting and showing me a lot of
She's on fire.
She's on fire.
I mean,
She's the one that actually jumps through the hoops on fire.
that's dangerous. I mean, can somebody make sure there's a large bucket of water to hand or something?
No, but in a circus, it's a little paddling pool. It's not like a big pool of water.
That's cool.
Nice.
By the way, can I just say, I think Stevie Lee has a point here. She says it's the RAD, the Rad Squad. Rob, Adam, and Dan.
Yes, Squad. I like that. The Rad
I like
Squad.
that. I like that.
Stevie. I'm gonna steal that. So I can't find it here.
I like that.
I like that as well. You make a good point, Dangler. So
I love it.
Why am I the one who was stuck with Chandler out of all the characters?
Rob Geller.
You got.
Andy Tribbiani.
How you doing?
Go away. How you doing?
That's cool.
Could I be any more annoyed?
Funny. Of course, we got Adam's Land. Talk about your channel, your amazing channel. He's got some stuff coming up on the pipes. He was telling me with Ebony and stuff. So, and he is.
There is stuff being worked on. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about my channel.
Yes.
Not going to be working on.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Rumor has it the guys are working on something, so I'm excited. I can't talk about it, but I guess I just did.
Who's
Adam's Land, dude. Adam's Land, Ebony's little channel, his daughter. Go check out their channels. Of course, we got Disney Dan in the house here. If you guys don't know, Disney Dan is awesome. I was telling Dan, I saw on Twitter someone saying how they found your channel, how amazing it is through Carlos.
Aussie Robo and English Gent.
Yeah, it was such a good tribute to you. So definitely check out Dan. What's going on? He does Disney Fiasco Saturdays, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. He does movie reviews at Walt. Big one coming up Sunday. Let's talk about it.
Big one on Sunday. So here's the thing, right? I've got a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff to watch this week. I had to watch the Friends reunion. I had to watch my Sunday show film, as well as things like the Bad Batch as well. And tomorrow is Disney Fiasco episode 135. It's going to be called The Return. Where have I been? I've left it kind of like sort of obscure, like I always do. But it's been 2 weeks since I've done Fiasco, so I'm giving you an idea of where I've been over the last 2 weeks. And let me tell you, it's not sitting here. I've been around the world, people. I've been traveling, and yeah. So looking forward to that tomorrow. And then Sunday, Disney movie review. Walt and I, two grown men, are going to be watching and reviewing the Princess Protection Program.
I never heard of it, but that's awesome.
It stars Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato in the same movie.
Okay.
God help us. So that's going to be Sunday 6 p.m. Fiasco 7 p.m. tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy weekend of streaming.
Yes. Well, hold on. Are you drinking a beer, Dan? What's going on?
I am drinking a beer.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not.
This is a San Miguel.
Whoa.
Oh wait, hold on. There we go. It's 0%.
Wait. Is that San Miguel? Ooh.
0%.
Doesn't Ebony drink that?
She drank some sort of 0%.
This, you know what? This tastes actually really good. Like San Miguel was one of my favorite beers when I was drinking alcohol, but this actually tastes a lot like if it's got alcohol in it, even though it doesn't.
Yeah,
some do. Like Peroni is good. Heineken is good. 0%. Like.
Yes,
this isn't bad. The San Miguel 0%. So there you
I think it's the is it the Brooklyn one as well? Brooklyn's
good.
Yeah, Brooklyn non-alcoholic is really good as well. Like there's some of them that are not so good, and they're just but some of them are really good. So
well, I think because you know what's really nice is like obviously I don't drink alcohol, but it's nice to have like a beer with you guys on a Friday at Pub Talk, even though I'm not drinking. I'm just partially drinking.
I did the non-alcoholic thing a couple of weeks ago after my COVID jab. So I had like a 2-3 week stint of off the booze and just had a few NA beers. So.
Okay, very cool.
Back on it now though. in the Friends branded bar that I've got tonight. The Central Twerk.
That's it.
Wait, he had to outdo you. Look at that big bottle of beer he has too.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I outdid you. Look how big this thing is.
Oh, not you. I'm saying Adam Tribbiani over there.
Yeah, because he nominated himself as Joey. I got Chandler Bing. It's the only character in Friends no one wants to be.
I mean, it kind of works with Dandler, so that's why you got it. It's more the name.
Andy Tribbiani.
I mean, to be fair, you could have been Rob Geller.
Rob Geller.
He's going to have to overpronounce every word. So
I just need to say, could I be any more, and just keep doing those kind of lines.
Too funny. Yeah, we were gonna do this like last week, but I didn't get a chance to stream. So the reunion special came out 2 weeks ago at this point now. So
yeah, it was a week ago yesterday. It was on the Thursday.
It was a week ago yesterday.
Yeah, it's only a week yesterday. So,
and what'd you guys think?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I thought you said you watched it.
No, I said this week I had to watch Princess Protection Program.
You had one job, Dan.
The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch.
You did actually say the Friends reunion.
And Friends reunion. But because, I spent my evenings playing with this guy on Call of Duty, I mean, I got distracted.
I wonder.
Yeah, I chose the Princess Protection
Duty,
Program over the Friends reunion.
By the way, who's in the chat? Andy Tribbiani?
Andy? Andy Tribbiani?
Andy Tribbiani. Andy.
What is that?
Addy
Tribbiani. Sorry.
Addy
Brandon's going to pop in too, by the way.
Okay, the live place. The live place are in the chat. It's Joey's World's in the chat. It's Grace F is in the chat. Disney Circus Go Ray, who of course made the generous super chat.
Don't ever do that ever again.
We have a new contract.
Super chat. We have Narrow Valley with Glenn. Good afternoon / evening. Welcome, Glenn. Who else do we have? Some guy named Dandler Bing. We have Velociboy. Who else? Lisa Post, Surf Bum. They're in the chat. Just scrolling through. Adam's Land. I don't know who that is. RobFuz, some guy.
We got the mighty John.
Sam Lowe. Hey Sam, how you doing? Sam is in the chat.
Hey Sam.
Strasbourg Railroad. The Last Spike is in the chat, posting sharks. Cool. Lauren B is in the chat. Not to mention Lauren A couldn't make it. Lauren C might come later, but Lauren B is here. Yeah, Kay Atwood is here as well. Just going through Nathan. Nathan's in the chat. Welcome, Nathan. Ruth Metcalf. Not seen Ruth for a while. Welcome back, Ruth. Welcome to the pub. Grab a drink. grab a bar stool. R. Johns is in the chat. Welcome, R. Johns.
R. Johns.
Stevie Lee. Stevie is in the chat. Who else? I did see someone else a sec ago, and their name has now escaped me. So apologies if I've missed you as I've scrolled through. Captain Akron is in the chat. Disney Circus. Disney World Freak. Carlos is in the chat.
Carlos.
And I think I've caught everyone. Apologies if I've missed anybody. Oh, Kerstine Hickman. Sorry, Kerstine is in the chat.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, everyone.
Michelle's here too.
Apologies if I've missed anyone off.
We got this guy too. He's popping in. So what's going on? You had like a room change there. What's going on? Are you in a different room?
So I finally upgraded to a queen size bed a couple months ago.
Ooh,
so
fancy.
I've been on a full size bed my entire life, basically, and I've gotten to the point where I do not fit on it. So I finally.
Welcome, Brandon. How you doing, bud?
Man. It's good to be. I'm good. How are you?
The problem is next week is like we're doing like the Avengers Academy, or whatever. And Brandon can't make it next week, and he doesn't know anything. I don't think he's a Friends fan at all, so I should just pop on and say hi.
So if I'm Disney Dan Labing and Adi Tribbiani and Rob Geller, what's Brandon?
Yeah, we got to change. We got to name. So
Monica, change it here.
Wait, who's the one who goes? Who's the one who goes? Oh my God!
Janice. It's Brannis. It's Brannis.
There it is. So you don't watch Friends at all?
I've seen a bunch. I've seen a lot of episodes, but I haven't watched start to finish.
Brandon Buffet. I love it. The Grace was great. That's funny.
It's too funny. Let's talk. So are we going to talk? Can we talk about the reunion special, Dan? Are you going to?
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So
that's what we advertised. So
HBO Max, was going to launch. I don't know, 6 months ago? I don't know, a long time ago. And their big lead off was going to be this big Friends reunion special and everything. And the Friends always said for years that they're not going to do any reunion. Well, I think they said that they're never going to do like a show,
an episode, an episode reunion. Yeah.
They never do a film or another.
Hold on a second. No. What is going on here? So you have to make a drink for Brandon too. By the way,
I will make a drink for Brandon later. Sorry, I'm just making Kim one. So
he's making the smelly cat.
I'm making. Smelly cat. So I'm just making a gin for Kim. I'm kind of going Gunther, but obviously it's not coffee.
Gunther.
because we're not in Central Perk. We are in Central Twerk. That's the pub.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
With the beer glasses.
Central Twerk.
That way you can't get a cease and desist.
Nice. I love it. I did use the font, so it's too funny. Kay wants to know what you're making.
I literally made that 2 minutes before we went live. So yeah,
that's really funny.
I actually hit up the liquor store earlier, and bought a good few beers. My brother's graduation was yesterday, so we're having a party for him. We got some Red Stripe. I popped for myself. I've been looking for this forever. Peanut butter milk stout.
Okay.
So that's in the fridge chilling right now.
Sounds interesting.
So Kay has asked, what am I making? It's just it's a gin and tonic, but it's flavored. So it's a watermelon gin with elderflower tonic. So yeah, that's the smelly cat for Kim.
That's the smelly cat.
And it smells great though. To be fair,
cat.
It doesn't smell terrible.
Smelly cat.
Brandon Buffet. Donna Jaworski in the house. One of my favorite people in the entire world. How's it going, Donna?
Welcome, Donna.
Hope you're doing good. So.
Oh wait, I can. Wait, hold on. So speaking of Friends, so I don't know if a lot of you guys in the States have this, but we have this thing in the UK called Friends Fest. Have you heard of Friends Fest?
I haven't.
So it's it's when they tour the sets and everything around the UK. I don't know if they did it in the States, and I was going to try and get.
They
some
have
pictures.
like a pop up in the city where you can pose with the
kind
of. Should they have?
I'm going to try and get my pictures, and then you can share them on the.
It's always advertised to be the couch, but it's not the actual couch though, because the actual couch is obviously always at Warner Brothers. If you did a tour there, so except for obviously when they shot the reunion, I would have bummed if I'd gone to Warner Brothers Studios to do the tour that week when they were actually had it back on set filming. So
I wonder. I don't. Is that the actual? Did you go to Warner Brothers and see the?
Yeah, I went to Warner Brothers.
Okay, so talk about it. Well, what is original? Is there anything original in that thing, or?
Well, from what I'm aware of, the coffee shop that they have on the Warner Brothers tour, they've got Central Perk set up for everyone to kind of do the couch and the photo and stuff like that at the end of the tour. It's not on the studio because obviously the studio is a live studio. You do have you saw it in the reunion show where they hit. I think it's stage 24 and then it pans down. It's the Friends stage.
They called it the Friends stage. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
which is an active stage, and
it is an active stage. Yes. So
I did take the Warner Brothers tour, but they didn't have anything Friends when I think I took it when Friends was filming. So. They have
a few framed scripts. I think they have the pilot. They have, and I think it's because the last episode was obviously a double, and I think it's the last two and then the pilot. So obviously bookends. They have those framed, and then you have the Central Perk. So which is
cool,
which is really good fun. It's good to go and see.
Yeah. So the special, they recreate the set, but I don't think that. I think. In the special, they say like when it finished, they kind of just tore it down, and they had another show coming in the next day. Pretty much.
Next day, literally the next day. Yeah, so the moment they started wrap. Yeah.
What's worse, them getting? Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Brandon. Brandis. I'm gonna call you Brandis. Like, what's worse, them destroying the ship from Jaws at Universal Studio, or them just destroying the set at Warner Brothers? I don't know. What's worse?
Destroying the boat at Universal first because they genuinely destroyed it. They genuinely destroyed it. Whereas with the Friends set, they took it down, everything was signed, and they still have it. Right. So, well, that's cool, Ruth. They obviously still have it because they put it back up, and it was the same sets that with everything that they'd signed. So, they obviously have it stored away somewhere for what purpose, I don't know, because clearly they're not going to make another episode or a film. But obviously, it was fantastic to see all the set as it was on the reunion again. I thought it was great, and they did a really, really good job on that.
Some of the wall flats, they signed, and that made it authentic because they had the wall thing. So hold on a second.
I've got loads of pictures. So I'll just keep like that was actually from the set. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. I'll just keep sharing them, and you can put up when you want.
You want me to just put when you put stuff up? All right.
Yeah, I'll just choose random stuff.
So so I don't know. I'm ruining it for you, Dan. I apologize, but they start out, the cast walks in one by one and just emotional and everything. Everyone's saying they loved it. Grace was saying she cried the first 15 minutes. Yeah, I got teary eyed and everything. It's a show. It's a show I literally watch every night. I heard each cast member makes $20 million a year just from repeats. It's incredible because it's showed around the world. Like you did it 18 years ago? It was the last episode. 17 years ago.
17 years ago. Yeah, 17 years ago.
$20 a year from this.
And they'd all been together in one room once, and I think they'd all gone to I think it was either Jennifer Aniston's or Lisa Kudrow's house for a party, and that was the only time in the 17 years that they'd all been together.
I think Jennifer Aniston came out with an Instagram page, and that's when I remember she posted on her Instagram page. So
it took off. She gets millions of likes within 5 minutes.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Well, Courtney Cox did something the other week with Ed Sheeran, which was Courtney Cox with Ed Sheeran. She recreated the dance.
The dance.
The New Year's routine. She recreated that with Ed Sheeran.
The routine,
which is on her Instagram, and that's really cool. So
that's when they were on the dance show, right?
Yeah, on the New Year's Eve.
There's the couch, dude. I did the pivot.
Pivot. Oh, this is what you did.
Pivot.
Cool. Pivot. That might be my favorite all time. We're gonna jump right to the seats. That might be my all time favorite part. That I think is my favorite. We say pivot all the time. We actually got new couches, and I literally just said it the other day because we're gonna have to take out the couches. We're gonna have to pivot. Thanks for sharing the pictures, Dan. I love it.
Yeah, I'll just keep throwing them up. So whenever you want to share them, I'll share them.
I'm with you, Rob, and Grace. I think you said it was, and that first 10-15 minutes when all of the cast arriving back on the set and seeing it again for the first time since the day they wrapped. 17 years ago. That is such a powerful moment, you know, where they all rejoin each other on the set. And yeah, it's hard not to get emotional about it. It was really, really good. Yeah. It's the reunion is kind of last year. Kim and I decided to watch. We binge watched all of the Big Bang Theory from
so good.
The very first episode to the very last, all 12 seasons. So now this year, with the Friends reunion coming out, we watched the Friends reunion last week, obviously when it first aired, and then we started on Friends, the pilot episode of season 1, episode 1, and we're going through all 10 seasons, and then we'll watch the reunion again at the end. So that's our mission now, and I think we're about 18 episodes in. 18 episodes in.
I love Big Bang. Big Bang is like my favorite comedy, but
yeah, these are great, man.
Big Bang is great. Yeah.
This is really cool. This is my favorite. Cool.
Yeah, I think the pop-up is in New York. If anyone's in the chat, like they know about it. So, happily ever.
The thing is with Friends though, isn't it? Is that it's always on TV. Like there's always one station that has it, and even if you've seen the show so many times, you'll still laugh, even though you know what episode it is. If you know what episode it is, you know what's coming up, and you still laugh. Yeah. But if you've watched like a comedy, let's say you watch something like The Big Bang Theory, right? Yeah, it is. It's funny, but like I know what's coming, and like I don't laugh all the time. But with Friends, I can watch any episode of Friends, and I'll still laugh. They just know how to. It's that comedic cues. It's like they know exactly what's funny, and it's a timeless show. Like it doesn't age. The only thing that ages is the clothes that they wore, or possibly some hairstyles. But that's it.
Or no cell phones and their cordless.
Oh yeah,
phones. That ages.
Yeah. The cordless phones as well. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But apart from that, really, is it really that? You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like you say, it's timeless, and I think Kit Harington summed it up on the reunion as well when Kit Harington kind of spoke a little bit about it, and he said the beauty with Friends is, you know, like the pivot scene, for example, you know, and he said, if you just read that on a script, it's just a page where, you know, they tried to get a couch up the stairs, and he says, pivot. He says it 6 times. And he says, and that's what you've got to go on. He said, but the thing is, these were 6 actors, all at the top of their game, who were all masters of physical comedy as well. Physical, you know, so they could just take that and just turn it into something that was absolutely genius, that had the audience in fits of laughter. And yeah, they were brilliant at physical comedy and just making something absolutely hilarious. Absolutely. And it could be anything from a facial expression to an action they did, you know, along with obviously the great writing. It's the perfect sitcom. And like you were saying, it's on repeat all the time. You know, it's been on various channels, you know, and I find myself still nowadays, if I'm flicking through and I see Friends is on, oh great, I'll watch Friends because it's feel good. It just always makes you laugh.
It is that perfect time. And like, you know, one of my favorite sorts of moments is when Janice keeps coming up, because you know she's annoying, but like for example, when Rachel goes into labor, when she's in the hospital, and Janice comes in and goes, "Oh my god!" I'm just like, it's the most perfect timing, because you wouldn't expect it. You just wouldn't expect Janice to show up at that scene. You wouldn't expect that, and that's why it makes it so funny. It's so. If you've never watched the show, I feel like it is quite unpredictable. Yeah, in terms of their jokes, it's great. It's so good.
Maggie Wheeler was brilliant in Janice. As Janice. So all the supporting cast that weren't regulars, you know, like Maggie Wheeler as Janice, and obviously Gunther as well. You know, just Gunther was only ever meant to be an extra, and you see in the first few episodes, you just see him in the background with no dialogue, no up close shots or anything. You just see him in the background, just kind of talking away, and it's great. And then, like, you know, and then the fact that he became I'm not going to say a pivotal character, but like obviously a much loved repeat character, you know, and just
his obsession with what's her name?
With Rachel, his obsession with Rachel, obviously, Ross and Monica's parents as well. You know,
but you look at the that reminds me, like looking at the exterior cast, so they're not the main characters. You got, you know, people like Paul Rudd, you know, who was
Yeah.
just starting off his career.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck was in Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
John Favreau. I think people forget John Favreau was in the show.
Bruce
Big
Willis.
Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis, Brad
Bruce
Pitt,
Brad Pitt was in
Julia
it.
Roberts,
Julia Roberts,
Everyone was-
Jean-Claude Van Damme. That was just
Everyone-
on the other day.
Danny,
Witherspoon,
Danny DeVito. Like
Danny DeVito, yeah.
everyone,
Um,
everyone was in the show.
Robin Williams and
Robin Williams,
what's
Phil
his name was on
Lewis.
it when they were doing a movie. Yeah,
Like everyone, you know, it was so great to see so many amazing people in.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman was in it. I mean, come on.
with the spit, he is
Charlie
great.
Sheen.
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, what's his name?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
What's his name? The he was in the reunion. Something about Mary. What's his name? He was.
Oh, that's who I was just trying to think of. Oh, Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Ben
was in it, too.
Stiller.
He was pretty good at it too. He wasn't really that famous, but he was in it too. So.
It's still like
She could do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
he was
it's so
great.
good. You know, I really got nervous. I don't know about you guys. Like, you know, like I said, they were supposed to be on eons ago, and since the quarantine and pandemic and everything, kind of got delayed and everything. And I was nervous about the celebrities that were going to be on it. Like, I'm like that boy band's going to be on it, and like, you know, not that I don't like Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga was on it, and then you mentioned the guy from Game of Thrones, and just the stuff. And I'm like, why they got to ruin it with the celebrities? But I'll tell you what, like the celebrities were great. They weren't on that long. They just were, you know. And then another thing is they had people from around the world that loved Friends and everything. So they did a really good job. They really did, and they didn't ruin it with the celebrities. So not to spoil it, Dan, but I guess I did. But
no, it's fine. I've seen bits and bobs of it.
I'm with you on that, Rob. You know, I was sitting there at points going, why is David Beckham talking about Friends? You know,
because he's best friends with James Corden, and James Corden was on it.
Yeah, I mean, why did James Corden need to host it? That was another thing. Like that was one of my bugbears.
Yeah.
I like James Corden, but I don't think he needed to host it. If you watch
I truly
Fresh Prince
think
reunion,
yeah.
I was just going to say, if you watch the
never
Fresh
saw that.
Prince reunion, they hosted that themselves. You know, Will Smith kind of put it all together. Obviously, he's the big star out of the whole thing, but he kind of put it all together. He brought them all back, including the original and Viv as well. You know, so you know he made sure he included everyone, and it was just a great moment for them all to sit around and talk about their favorite moments and stuff. And it was quite a touching show, the Fresh Prince reunion. So those are the bits I liked most.
I got a disclaimer. I got a
boy.
lightning storm coming through. So if
lightning
you
storm
lose
coming
me, carry on, boys. I'll be
If we
back.
lose you, we'll carry on. Yeah, but so
it turned pitch black outside. So I just wanted to tell you guys.
oh
sorry.
wow, oh good luck. I think the best parts. Yeah, good luck, Rob. Yeah, the best parts of the Friends reunion are the same. You know, the moments where it's just the cast members sitting around and talking and having their memories. You know, airing their memories and their feelings about the whole thing. That is the best part, and I think some of the James Corden stuff was they were just stock questions that kind of were obvious, you know, and he didn't need to host or intermediate the whole thing. Like, you know, he could have just, he could have just,
It's crazy how it's been like 17 years since the show's been off the air.
I know, crazy,
and it doesn't feel like 17 years it's been off the air because it's been on every day since it's retired, since it finished shooting.
Well, not even it's been on. Like Nickelodeon shows it here. It's like a kids channel, and at night it turns into Friends Central, and it literally there's 8 episodes a night. And you know, like if you have HBO Max, which the reunion was on, they have them all obviously without the commercials. It was on Netflix, and now it's on HBO Max. And like actually, after a while, my wife's like, "Why don't you just put on HBO Max? There's no commercials." And she's right. So we've been watching it too. But we fall asleep to it every day and everything. And I love falling asleep to Friends because I've seen them so many times. Like it's funny because Mom was on after Friends, and I never watched Mom ever. And I started getting into it. It was actually really good. It was the same guy who did Big Bang Theory, and I forgot his name. So it was his show, and it actually is a really good show. But like whatever, like I'm like getting into it. I don't fall asleep because I'm too into it. But Friends, like I can just relax. I know what's gonna happen. It just doesn't put me to sleep, but I really love it though. So, but but real quick though, I think that James Corden was most of the show. And since the pandemic and everything, they said they went back. I saw the guy who made the show. He said he went back and filmed a lot of the interviews with the creators. So, and I thought that was very cool. You know, the bright Kaufman
Seeing behind the scenes, yeah.
And their story was amazing. The way they casted them and everything. What'd you think of that, Addy Tribbiani?
Yeah, I love the casting stories. I knew that David Schwimmer was always the first person cast, and they kind of sold it to him with the fact that they wrote Ross with him in mind, you know, and he was the only one that was kind of really sort of the whole thing was pitched at, you know, the writing was kind of revolved around, you know, the rest. I love that they had to take big gambles on both Matthew Perry and on Jennifer Aniston to get them into it, and they were obviously the harder ones to cast. And I knew that there was I think Courtney Cox was touted as being Rachel originally, but she was the one that kind of put the stop on that herself and said, "No, I'm more of a Monica." And they went in the end. I love the fact that Matt LeBlanc turned up and he had hardly anything to his name at the time. I think he had they said it was something like either $11 or $9 in his pocket. You know, he didn't have much. He'd done like a show before, but wasn't going anywhere. And he went for several auditions. And the fact that he went down, like when it came down to the final audition, he was up against one other person. And that one other person was the person that played Carl, the fake twin Joey in the episode with his twin. Yeah, where he walks in and goes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the hilarious up for Joey at the end. You know, the one that goes, "How you doing?" And he walks in and, "No, Carl, no. How you doing?
How you doing?"
God damn it, Carl!
Thunder, lightning, wow. I think Jennifer Aniston's okay. You know, look, is she the best? There's a thing too where she makes she has this. I saw it, nothing to do with the special or anything, but I saw like a report like a year ago or something. Like she has like a special. The way she talks, like she has like a weird thing to her speech. I'll be honest, I didn't even want to see what she did. I probably shouldn't talk about it now because now everyone's going to be listening for me. I don't want to hear that every night that she does this weird thing, but apparently she does a thing. So not a fit of thing. Yeah, he was great on West Wing. I agree, Carlos. He was. So what do you guys think of?
You know what's funny?
Matthew Perry. Go ahead, Brandon.
I was about to say, you know what's funny is that it just hit me because we're talking about Jennifer Aniston. This show turned out two celebrities who never aged, Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd. They're both in their 50s, almost 60s, and they have not aged past 20.
I think Jennifer Aniston's still early 50s. She's 52 now, I think. Same as Matthew Perry. They're both 52. Lisa Kudrow. It makes me laugh, actually. You know, just going back to what Rob was saying about what did I think of Matthew Perry. So Matthew Perry is the youngest cast member. That's crazy. On Friends. I believe his birthday is August 1969. So he'll be 52 now, and then he'll be 52 coming up this year. I believe is that correct?
Yeah.
Is my math?
Yes, 71
later this year. Yeah, Jennifer Aniston's 52 already. Matthew Perry will be 52 later this year. Lisa Kudrow is 57. You know, she will be 60 soon, and yet she looks the youngest. And it pains me to say Matthew Perry looked the oldest in the reunion. Yeah, I think a lot of fans raised concerns. You know, he has battled a lot of issues over the years, a lot of health issues, and some addictions and stuff. But he came on the show.
He had like tooth surgery or something like that. He had something.
This is the point I was going to make. He came on the show and his speech was a little bit slurry, and a lot of people were kind of worried that he may not have been fully compos mentis when he did this Friends reunion. He had actually just had dental surgery that day, and that's why you see him when he first walks in. You see how much his teeth pop, and it's like whoa, like you know the first time he smiles. It's almost like the episode of Ross when he has the luminous teeth, like you know. But yeah, he'd just come from a dental procedure, and he was in a lot of pain. And actually, if you watch the reunion back. The moment he arrives on set and he gives everyone a hug and stuff, and they're all just kind of moving around in the apartment, he's actually like the camera pans out and he's kind of doubled over the table, and you can tell he's in pain. You can tell he's not fully himself. Fair play to him for turning up and still doing it, you know, because this was an important thing for millions of Friends fans around the world, you know, and I think it was important for the cast as well to actually get together and finally do this because it's been a long time coming. And yeah, I really appreciate and respect Matthew Perry for doing that after his dental surgery as well. And yes, I know they all got paid a lot of money for it. That shouldn't be a thing though. If you're uncomfortable and in pain because you've just been through a procedure, it doesn't matter how much you're getting paid. Sometimes you're just not going to want to do it. And he still turned up and he was still a great part of the show.
They got $2 million each, I heard. I think they got $2 million each.
Something like that. 3 million each.
That's great. Yeah. Oh yeah, Grace is actually. I didn't even see what Grace said.
Grace just said it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So.
Yeah. I want to know.
I'd like to get paid $2 million to show up for a couple hours.
If you could maybe get a free trial or something. So.
What is everyone's favorite scene from each character?
I'll go.
Let me think about that. There's also a question that Ruth put earlier on, which shouldn't be ignored, and she said, "Who was everyone's favorite guest actor?"
Yeah.
So,
I think the spitting. What's his name? But you did the spitting. Like I thought the Julie Roberts. I was a big Julie Roberts fan of the day. It was just a funny episode.
The Julie Roberts one was great because she was the first major kind of. She was the first major, like her and Rob Van Dam, like when they both came, and I think. No, yeah, it was Julie Roberts and Rob Van Dam, wasn't it? Like in a double episode in season 2, and that was the first kind of major sort of guest stars that come on. Although Helen Hunt did make an appearance in season 1 as well. So
did you guys hear that? The thunder?
Yeah. My favorite guest star, which is actually from one of my favorite episodes, is Danny DeVito when the stripper cries. It's just so funny. And just the way he enters sort of the scene after going up all them stairs and he's exhausted and then he's about to put on a show for Phoebe for her bachelorette party. I think there's no other person who could do that sort of scene if it's not Danny DeVito. And I think he just did it so well. So
yeah, Tracy's right. It was the special Super Bowl episode. That's what it was. So.
See, I think for me, when it comes to guest stars on Friends, and I don't know how well some of them will be received across the pond, but as a Brit, I think when they come over to London and for Ross and Emily's wedding, the amount of guest stars who are iconic in British TV culture, that maybe never quite became synonymous and famous across the pond. There were some fantastic sort of guest British stars.
Was Lee Evans there?
I don't remember Lee Evans, but who plays Emily's parents? It was Jennifer Saunders.
Jennifer Saunders, that's it.
Jennifer Saunders, so she was fantastic. I can't remember who played Emily's dad, but the feud in between him and Ross's dad was brilliant. So yeah, that was. I think for my guest stars, it would be some of the Brits from the wedding ones.
My favorite guest star was Tom Selleck. Back when my dad had a surgery, he was on it a lot, but I kind of count him as a guest star still.
Yes, he is a guest. Yeah, he was
definitely a guest star.
Yeah. So back when my dad had a surgery, back in 2019, he was just basically a couch red, and when he was just chilling on the couch, he was watching Friends on TBS, like the marathon, and that was like when I would watch it with him. That was like the series of episodes that was on were the Tom Selleck ones. So those are the main ones that I remember of him. I think he was dating Monica, right?
Yeah, he's the
that's right.
Dating Monica.
Yeah, he was just hilarious in that. Like, Tom Selleck was definitely my favorite just because of how funny he was. If you ask me to remember scenes, I can't really tell you, but
that's all right. I think my favorite. When we talk about scenes, like just scenes that pop in my head. I love. Come on, Russ getting the tan. That is just.
That literally was going to be my second one.
Spray tan. Oh my god!
Is it how many seconds? 2 seconds? All right, 1 Mississippi.
Yeah.
2 Mississippi.
Who counts Mississippi?
Too funny. Just the fact that Russ was. I don't even know how many times was Russ married. 4 times or something. It's just
3 divorces. Yeah,
you feel his pain and everything. And
I can't be divorced for a 3rd time.
I think some of my favorite scenes. I think I'm struggling for one for Lisa Kudrow, for Phoebe. I think possibly just any time she sang "Smelly Cat" is great. Like some of her songs
with her sister. With her sister when
she's like reversal as well.
My favorite was when two things with her when she does the massage and she doesn't want to sell out to the man, and she does, and then she does the Swedish accent. It's just so funny.
And when she pretends to be a cop.
Yes.
It's just like you've been nicked. And it's like, oh yeah. That's my badge.
Like they say in the special, everyone knows a Phoebe, and it's true, So she look, is Phoebe my favorite character? No, she's just not. So, but just she is. I think that's the point of the show. Like them together make that bond, and just they're so talented. They really are. So,
yeah, I think
my favorite.
Go on, Brandis.
I was gonna say, my favorite Phoebe scene is like when she has the heart, like in the alternate universe episode where she has the heart attack, and Ross has to tell her that she's fired, but he doesn't do it, and she's just like chilling on her bed. Oh yeah, when I get back to work, I'm gonna do this. When I get back to work, I'm gonna do that. That had me laughing my butt off, man. It was great.
That's funny. So you realized the bee died. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Joey's World. Yeah, that is a good where the bee until it died. I think Rachel ones are difficult as well, but you can't help but love the Rachel and Ross kind of on-off relationship throughout. The 18 pages front and back argument is brilliant, and obviously if you're going for the mushy stuff. That scene that they recreated in the reunion, the first kiss, which was in the coffee house, which was just a really powerful moment.
Also when with the tape, who led on who? Do you remember when they all sat around the video to see who? And they were telling. Do you remember it was like? Do you remember me telling you the story when I was backpacking through India? Do you remember that sort of story?
Joey's lied. Yeah,
it's just like I heard that from like Carl or something, and he goes. That's me.
That was great.
I think my favorite Chandler and Monica scenes will both be like just them trying to hide their relationship. Like after London, when it started in London, they were great. I think Ross is the leather pants for me. The leather pants is brilliant. And again, they touch on this in the show, like, and Joey's just talking about how clever David Schwimmer was in constructing that. He said nothing you do is by accident, but it's the bit where he's squirting the lotion, and then he kind of goes on the back again, and then he's kind of trying to pull it up, and his hand slips, and he smacks him in the face, and just just all that. And he said it's genius. But then for me, the Joey one is the one where they're all late for Thanksgiving dinner, and he sticks his head through the door, and and it's the eyes. I just want you to know that we're really, really sorry. It's just the eyes thing is brilliant. So yeah.
I like when they do the game show is probably
that's my favorite episode when he goes on the game show.
Yeah, this was one of the questions on the game show.
A ghost.
That was really great. Yeah, they did that a new game show. Sorry, Dan, ruined that.
It's white mayonnaise.
They lose the apartment. Who now either get rid of the chicken and the rooster, or you win the apartment? Like that's just. I don't understand that.
That was a good one.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, that's such a good scene though as well. Yeah, we win. You lose the chicken, the duck. Ooh, that's interesting.
Just so good. There's one in my mind too. I was trying to think. Yeah, it's just so good. What was the one I was thinking? Oh, Monica. When she hurts, injures the kid's head, and Monica boom, Monica bang, whatever. I mean, that's just. I've seen it all the time. That episode's on all the time. I don't know why, but it's too funny. So. Just goes and asks, welcome guys, welcome all the Friends fans here. So I know I got a bunch of different people here and some people coming back to watch. So welcome guys, so much fun. So so what else? We had some other people. We had Russ and Monica's parents were there. So it was funny because the other day they were talking about they did an episode where they filmed them to show in the future. Like when the baby turns 18, they were filming things, and I'm like, wow, they're still alive today. They were there at the special, which is awesome. And what was his name? Elliot Gould, something Pickles. Her girl's name is the mother.
Pickles.
Christina Pickles. Yeah. So
yeah,
interesting name. So they get married in Vegas. That's another one. Another good one. So.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. The marriage in Vegas, the whole Vegas trip is such a good one as well. So yeah. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Ross. Hello, Mr. Rachel.
Controversy. 18 pages or 8 pages? I'm not sure.
18 pages front and back.
It is 18 pages? Okay.
18 pages front and back, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I'm just, there's so much good stuff. I'm just trying to think. So go ahead. Dan, any more scenes that you're thinking of or anything? Any other good funny moments?
Gosh.
The theme song. I don't know. Like that was cheesy, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, and they do show Joey getting hurt. You know, he dislocated his shoulders, which I never knew. And then the next episode, he had a sling on, and they played it off like he fell off his bed or whatever. So that was crazy.
That should have been the easiest episode to film. They were filming it like a theater show almost, because it was one where they never left the apartment. It was just literally all in the apartment. It's one, like Mark Kaufman explained on the reunion. They would do bottle shows where they kind of. They just kind of condense it down, make it cheap because they don't have a big budget to spend, so they won't go to other locations or anything like that. They'll just kind of do it all on set, no guest stars. So this was just the 6 of them in their apartment, and it was one of the earlier episodes, I think in season 2, possibly season 3, where Ross is going for like he's going to do a speech at some event, and he's waiting for everyone to get ready. Obviously, Chandler and Joey are fighting over a chair. And it's the one where Joey famously comes in wearing all of Chandler's clothes, and just everyone's just taking forever to get ready. And of course, they keep on fighting over the chair. And they said they got 3 perfect takes of them running, and Joey jumps in the chair. And for God knows what reason, they did a 4th take. And on the 4th take, Joey ended up tripping as he went to run into the chair and landing awkwardly and dislocating his shoulder.
And they show it. Ugh.
Yeah, and they show it back as a blooper. And so, unfortunately, they had to wrap filming that night. From what I've actually read as well, this isn't covered in the reunion, but something I read about that particular thing was there was a bunch of people that had entered a competition. I don't know if it was like Pepsi or one of the sponsors at the time ran a competition, and they flew out a bunch of people from all over America to go to the taping of that particular show. And they had to wrap early. They couldn't film they couldn't just do we'll film everyone else's scenes. Yeah. But the entire thing was they were all on stage at the same time in the one apartment, essentially. And so they had to actually end the show there and then and send everyone home. So then the producers of Friends had to pay for that same audience to come back weeks later when Matt LeBlanc's shoulder was healed, so they could refilm that that episode or finish filming on it. So it turned out that what should have been their easiest and shortest episode to film.
I didn't even realize that. I guess they explained that. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I didn't even realize they filmed it later. So
yeah, they had to finish it off later. So yeah.
Yeah, but that scene is just so funny. Like my brother was just talking about it the other day, how when he wears all the clothes and he does the thing, and they had the actual costumes too. The aardvark. That's pretty. Dan, you like that when he dressed up as the aardvark for?
No, the holiday armadillo. Holiday armadillo.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. That's such a good episode.
I mean, just like the smaller episodes. I remember the episode where Chandler and Rachel's boss have like a little thing going on. And he gets tied to the office handcuffed to the office chair, and then Rachel walks in. It's just like, whoa, what's going on here? It's just those kind of things.
And that particular episode spawned another. It wasn't a blooper; it was actually something that was left in the show that wasn't meant to happen. And that's the moment where he says, "Can you just?" And he moves his arm, and the filing cabinet drawer smacks the back of his head. That was never meant to happen. It was never meant to happen. And it hit his head. But because he stayed in character, just went like that. It was perfect, and they kept it in. But that was actually never a part of the original script.
Tracy, I don't know what Chandler does. I was just going to mention that too.
No one knows what Chandler does.
They do mention what he is. But
he does, but it's the hardest thing to. He's something to do with sales, isn't it?
Oh, this is interesting too. Ruth said, "Did you show Monica's fat suit in the costume armory at Warner's?"
No, yeah, I'm just replying to Ruth there now. So yeah, I don't think I saw the fat suit. Unfortunately,
I saw zero Fred stuff. They were like big on Batman when I went, so that was it. And like showed the Batmobile and stuff like that. So
funny.
Yeah,
but
no, I saw the Central Perk, but I don't recall seeing Monica's fat suit.
Yeah.
I don't recall seeing that. I wish I did.
I think that would have been scary to look at.
Yeah, I saw some shows when I was in LA. I saw the Tonight Show. I had tickets for Frasier, but it was the episode where Ted Danson was on, and they took all the tickets, which stunk. One of the tours, I don't know, it was Paramount or Warner Brothers. I saw the set of Everyone Loves Raymond. I saw Raymond and Robert. They waved to us. They came over and said hi to us. I'm trying to think what other shows I saw. I saw a bunch of shows in New York. I saw an episode of Married with Children, believe it or not. I'm trying to think of what other episodes I saw. I don't know. I saw a couple different shows. They're free. Shows were free. I don't know how you got tickets to Friends. It was pretty much possible. So
it was impossible.
That was the question. Lost the girl's apartment. Yeah. Too funny. So
yeah. But like again, there's so many like episodes that just come back to you and it's quality.
I think they show them in order, but it always seems like I'm always on season 1 for some reason for when they're on the repeats. I'm always on the last season. Like everything.
Season 10 was the best. I'm sorry, season 10 was the best.
Do you guys have on TV? So speaking of shows that you went to see, like when I went to LA, I went to the Jimmy Kimmel show. So I went to a taping of the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Cool.
But we also went to a taping of a sitcom that I've never seen make it to the UK. I don't know. I don't think it's that popular anywhere, but I could be wrong. Is it called The Neighborhood or Welcome to the Neighborhood?
It's still on. It's been on.
Cedric the Comedian and
I actually like
Cedric
that
the
show.
Entertainer. Sorry, Cedric the Comedian.
What
Cedric
episode did you see? Do you remember?
It was one of the first season's episodes, and
it's been here. I got season 5, I think, next to 4 or 5.
It would have been like I think it was season 1 anyway. It would have been either season 1 or season 2, but I think it was like it must have been really in its infancy when I went to see it. But I went to a taping of that as well. So I've never seen any of it though. I'd like to see it because it was an enjoyable experience. I mean, obviously tapings. I mean, it would have always been a dream to have gone to a Friends taping. I think that would have been awesome. Great. And like they said, every night in the audience, it was like a party night. And they tried, seeing that clip on the reunion, they kind of showed a little clip of what, people trying to get the audience pumped up and, doing the YMCA and, stuff like that in the audience and, just getting everyone kind of excited. And it was similar to that when I went to the taping of The Neighborhood. So, they had a DJ there, or an MC, just trying to get everyone kind of pumped up and stuff. But it's obviously it was no Friends or it was no Big Bang Theory or anything like that.
That was cool.
You know what it is with Friends is that if you really think about it, the show, unlike a lot of shows today, Friends is very simple. It's a very simple show.
Yes.
Whereas, I feel like today,
kind of like Seinfeld was too.
But I feel like today shows are way too complicated. It's never this simple. And I think because Friends was such a massive success, if they ever tried to do a simple comedic show like this ever again, it'll always be compared to Friends and Seinfeld and Big Bang and all those kind of things. So
I agree. That's a great.
It's not to say that they can't do one though. I'm sure there will be another successful epic sitcom that we will talk about in 15 years time, that's ran for 10 seasons again or something. There's going to be something. There's always clever writers out there who are really good at writing comedy. There's a
must-see TV here. That was the big thing Thursday night.
I think.
I'm sorry, what? Sorry,
I was just going to say they come along once in every blue moon. Sorry, I was talking over you. What did you say? Sorry.
No, like here it was must-see TV. Thursday nights here. What big thing is, you think about it, Thursday nights was huge because movies come out Friday, and movies were a big advertiser on these networks and everything. So they had to put their best shows, their most powerful stuff on Thursday nights, and that's where they would make their big money because movies come out Friday. So that's when they did it and everything. I don't know if that's the same way nowadays, but definitely is. So
see, Grace
Grace said it too. Friends must see TV 9s into.
That's right. Yeah, Grace made a comment above saying she loves the episode in season 1, the one with the blackout.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the first episode, if I remember correctly. That is the first episode I ever saw, and I was 14 years old.
It might be me too, believe it or not. I don't think I didn't start watching it till like mid, and I believe it's in the first. Is that first season? Is that what you said? So
yeah, it's in season 1.
I think it's like one of the first one I saw. It's funny that you
see for me. It was on. It was 1996. I was 14 years old, and it was on terrestrial TV over here, which was before like in America you guys get cable and stuff like that. We get satellite TV like Sky and things, but terrestrial TV was just your normal analog TV aerial where you've got like 5 channels, and it used to be on Channel 4 on. It was either a Wednesday or a Thursday night. They were showing the repeats of season 1, and I was 14 years old, and I was in bed. It was a school night. I should have been asleep, it was like sort of maybe 11 p.m., something like that. And I probably should have been asleep, but I was always quite restless. Like you guys always say, I stay up late and stuff. And that's the way I always
really.
So I was just I had a TV in my bedroom. And I was kind of channel hopping. I think my mom and dad were downstairs watching TV thinking I was asleep. I was channel hopping. And I didn't have many channels to watch, 5, like I say. So I kind of flicked through a couple and I'm like, nah. And I stumbled across Friends. Didn't know what it was. Remember kind of sitting there thinking about it, thinking, who is the lead character here? I have no idea what's going on. And it's obviously hopping between Chandler, who's locked in this ATM with Jill Goodacre, and it's and then obviously the other guys in the apartment, and just trying to figure what's going on. But I enjoyed it. And so I remember every night for the next week, I was going back to the same channel to see if it was on at the same time. And a week later, the next episode came on. I was like, okay, great. So it's a weekly thing. And I remember kind of watching the rest of season 1, and literally as soon as it finished, it was like season 2 starts next week. So it was obviously a rerun of season 1. That's when I discovered it in 1996, and I found it, like I say, and then just before season 2 aired, and I was hooked from then on. It was like literally, I think every weekend it was on, and I would watch it every Friday night, and it was great. That's when season 2 kicked in. It was a Friday night when season 2 kicked in. And it changed for them. Season 1, I think, was, they said on the reunion, season 1 was just a kind of, okay, great, they were doing a job. They knew they were doing something great. But then season 2, everything changed. The world flipped.
They're like the Beatles, yeah.
Yeah.
Brainus, I think you got to go binge watch with Adam and Kim. You got to watch the show.
Yeah, I really do. Especially Big Bang Theory, I gotta binge watch. Friends, I gotta binge watch. You guys need to binge watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, though.
I've seen that. It's a great show.
Dan loves
it's so good.
We watched it too.
So. I haven't seen that show in a long time, but it's a good show.
The newer seasons aren't as good as like season 1 through 9, but like there are a couple episodes here and there. Like when they hit it, they hit it. Like there's a water park episode that's like hilarious. But it's Friends is like right here, as far as comedy wise. Always Sunny kicks it up a notch. It kind of takes some ideas from them, just brings it up to like a level that's like way beyond anything you can like think of. They stretch that extra mile of how far they can go with comedy.
Thing is, like, so I think it's very different. Like Friends is iconic. It's up there with Seinfeld. A show like It's Always Sunny is a really fantastic show that definitely is more for the adult humor. There's one show that we had in Britain that I grew up with. Now, obviously, Adam grew up with Friends. I grew up with a show in the going into the late 2010s, late 2000s called The Inbetweeners. And The Inbetweeners was a show about sort of British school life, and it's very crude and very it's very actually quite realistic of what it's like to be a British teenager. It's about these 4 friends who are kind of not part of like the cool kids, but not part of like the sort of the not so cool. They're kind of in between, and then they try to do the show in the US, and it just did not work. It was
what was the title
awful.
here? Do you remember?
Well, it's called The Inbetweeners.
I'll save it.
But unlike The Office, where I think it worked in both sorts of countries, The Inbetweeners in the UK is completely different to the US version, because the US version is it is a British show. It's purely British.
Same with coupling.
Same with what?
Coupling.
Coupling was like 40
Towers.
40
Coupling
Towers.
was like the British Friends, and the writing was genius. And then they took Coupling and they took it to America, and they redid it with American cast. I think word for word, like script the same. But I've seen the American version, and it's awful. It's just because it just loses the brilliance of it.
But that's like you guys did 40 Towers, and Adam, do you remember which character they took? Which character the Americans took out for 40 Towers?
I don't, but I'm gonna guess it's Manuel.
No, Basil.
They took Basil out.
The main character.
What? What's the point?
It's like getting rid of Steve Carell from The Office. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like you guys like having The Simpsons and taking out Homer.
Yeah.
Silly. So closing thoughts about Friends. I'm sorry, Adam. Addy Tribbiani. Good. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying it's like having The Simpsons and taking out The Simpsons. But yeah. Now, yeah.
One more thing Grace brought up too was that Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer did have a thing for each other in the first season. That was crazy.
Thing for each other on season 1, yeah, and that was a mind blowing moment. The fact that they both had a thing for each other, but they were like ships passing in the night. In that both of them were, when one of them was single, the other one was in a relationship, so they just couldn't get it together. And they both respected that. They both never did anything about it, and they said that. It was one of those frustrating things that, how frustrating will it be if the first time they kiss is actually a stage kiss live on national television? But in the end, they kind of channeled all their adoration and love for each other into Ross and Rachel, which is just mind blowing. And so, the tension that, in that scene that scene when they first kiss in the coffee shop, is the tension is, and I think Courtney Cox said the tension is palpable. It's so good. And it's just one of those moments where it's like, wow, and it's great that they never ended up in a relationship, because if things had kind of gone south, then maybe the show would have become, there could have been tensions on the show, and it could have been dead and buried in the water much earlier than season 10, so it's crazy to think that, the whole Friends romance thing starts in the pilot episode, in episode 1, with Ross just divorced from his wife Carol, and Rachel running out on Barry at the wedding at the altar, and they're both kind of like pining and wondering what they're going to do, and obviously you get that camera angle and a bit of kind of sensitive music. It's kind of like, oh, okay, there's going to be a thing between Ross and Rachel in the pilot. And that's what the whole thing's about, all the way to right at the very end of the last ever episode. And it's like, great, okay. And it's just crazy that those two actors just had that thing for each other as well. And it's really quite nice, I like that. It was a mind-blowing, nice thing, So
I'm reading through the top Hollywood Reporter's top 25 episodes. When they go to Vegas, they get married is incredible. I'm trying to see. Joey bought a Porsche. Joey bought a boat.
The Porsche
Joey
episode.
on Days of Our Lives is incredible. Yeah, that was funny. The one where they play football was just incredible. When they keep getting the cheesecakes delivered to them, they keep eating the cheesecakes. It doesn't say about Monica and the cookies, and everyone comes to the apartment for the cookies.
Yeah.
Well, the one where they play football, and the one where they go running through Central Park as well, is they're both bits. It's just a bit of grass on the Warner Brothers backlot. So if you go on the Warner Brothers tour and you kind of go around, it's a patch of grass on the Warner Brothers backlot with a hedge in the middle. So on one side, you've got the Central Park where Rachel and Phoebe go running, and Phoebe's doing that mad crazy run and stuff like that. And then as you go around, the other bit is the bit where they played football, although it's grassy now. But I think at the time, I think they made it into like a concrete floor park at the time.
Crazy.
But that is the actual bit as well. You know, in La La Land, where Ryan Gosling goes to pick up Emma Stone from the coffee shop, and they come out and they start taking a walk on the Warner Brothers backlot, and they stop for a scene where they're filming. That's that exact same patch there.
That's cool.
So that's where they. That's
I
where
love
they
the
filmed
studios.
The game. Yeah. I love the studios. So yeah,
It's been so long, and you couldn't film there, so I don't have any footage of any of that stuff. So, but I think that's it, guys. What else do you think? Any last words with Dan? I can't wait till you watch the special. I think you're gonna love it. You should watch
I'm
it.
probably
too,
gonna watch it tonight.
Brannis, I think you should watch it. So
Brannis.
If I ever end up to taking an HBO subscription, that's gonna be the first thing I watch.
Yeah.
Friends.
Very cool. Dan, any last words with Friends?
the trifle.
Oh my God, that was odd. With the meat and the thing. Oh, that was so good. They did it in the special too.
I mean,
really awesome.
Friends is. I love Friends. I mean, it's in my top 3 favorite shows of all time. Probably my top 3 favorite comedies. Just everything about it is timeless. It is such a timeless show. It's, you can never ever be bored by this show. Every episode is different. You get the same laughs, but you're always going to laugh. You're never going to be like, oh yeah, I've heard that joke before. You're always such beautifully done. The acting's amazing. And I absolutely love the show. So yeah, that's it.
Everyone's putting all their favorite things in there. I don't know who's out there, but Brady's Chad is giving it a good the cookie recipe.
Oh my God!
Addy Tribbiani, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you last?
Hey, how you doing?
doing?
Love it all, and I'm really, really quite happy that I think I tried to do the whole Friends thing from start to end 2 or 3 years ago now, and I started and I got up to like season 5 and just kind of stopped. So this time I'm determined to do it. Kim and I proved that we can do it because we went through all 12 seasons of Big Bang last year. So we're on episode 18 of season 1 of Friends now, and we're just going to keep on plowing through. We'll probably do a bunch more over the weekend.
Good.
If we're not on season 2 by the end of this weekend,
so easy to watch. They're so easy just to keep going.
You can just. The thing is, if you want to absolutely kill any productivity, just put Friends on, because then you're just on the sofa. This happened to us last year. Shortly after, I think it was while we were on furlough, and so we didn't have any work going on or anything like that. And I think it was like a nice day, and we kind of got up in the morning and came downstairs and made a coffee and breakfast and whatever. And Ebony came down, and it was just like, okay, great, what are we doing today? We'll go out soon. We'll do something. And then we put the TV on, and Friends was on, and I think that was us for the day. We just ended up sitting on the sofa, just eating snacks and watching Friends. And so if you want to do anything, don't put Friends on, because you're not going to get that thing done. You're just going to end up sitting glued to the sofa, just watching Friends all day. And I kind of like that sometimes. If you work hard in the week, and then you work hard, even harder as well. And you're trying to do other stuff, and it could be anything to do with your YouTube channel, or it could be to do with trying to produce a film, or it could be anything to do with any of your hobbies on the outside, whatever it is you love doing. We're all busy in life sometimes, and we're all trying to get our lives back on track after the last year. But if you just want to burn some hours and just kind of switch off and just laugh and have fun, stick Friends on and just go for it, because it's one of the greatest shows there's ever been. And like Dan,
I agree with everyone.
Like Dan said, it's in his top 3. I don't think I have a top 3. I have a top 5. It's definitely in my top 5. There's a couple of British ones in there. Yeah, there's 2 or 3 British ones in there and a couple of American ones in there. The American ones would be Friends and Big Bang Theory. So
it's the only show I go back every night and watch. Like literally here, just go to bed, I put it on. So 2-3 episodes a night. So crazy for years, still to this day.
And I was
getting sick of it a little bit. What trivia?
I was going to say, I'll keep you posted as to when I get to the end, and it won't be anytime soon. It's 10 seasons worth, but we'll strive on and we'll get to the end. And Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is a
might have to
this
do a
is a
Friends sequel here.
to
So.
do. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Dan. Let's talk about Disney Dan, the channel. You want to do a little plug again before we get out of here?
Yeah, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern is Disney Fiasco, episode 135. I've got some really amazing guests joining me tomorrow. It's going to be a really fun show. It's going to be called The Return, Where Have I Been? It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of surprises, maybe a few games. Stuff
I'm excited.
Stuff I haven't done on my channel before. So come join. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, will be my Disney movie review with Walt from Mouse Talk. It will be on Walt's channel. And we'll be reviewing the Princess Protection Program, 6 p.m. on his channel with Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. So, yeah.
Excited.
Yeah. No, not really.
We got Adam from It's Adam's Land, my man. So check out his channel. Ebony, a lot of good content there. Some stuff's coming up too. I'm excited about it. So, and he has the pubs.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing. There was a request for some cocktail vlogs. Just short vlogs
for me.
Of the barman making the cocktails. So. Yes, now that I can drink again, it's kind of worth me setting up the camera and doing some. Obviously while I was kind of, sort of being vaccinated, then it was kind of not worth it because I wouldn't have been drinking them. But now I can. Yeah, I'll make some of those. I'm also going to do a show called Adam's Land, the Reunion, which is basically 17 months after my last vlog. 17 months since my last vlog. And I'm just going to sit there on a sofa and just talk about my favorite moments in some of my past vlogs, show you some of my bloopers and outtakes of just when something went wrong. You
should totally do that. It's a really original idea.
There's there'll be interviews with the star.
Brannis.
No plural. The star, the stars or star of the show, and the creator and the writer, and it's going to get quite tedious.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned. And it's going to be called Adam's Land, the Reunion. And
Nice. And Brandis, did you want to plug anything?
Yes and no. Nothing for my channel lately. I just school and work have had me beyond busy. I'm trying to get done with school so I can just start my career and everything. So, but I don't think I really mentioned it. I'm starting something with Adam where it's in the early development phase. We're going to be I'm part of this podcast called Film Code, and I'm starting this up a side segment called Hooray for Hollywood, where
cool.
I was talking with Adam about it a couple months ago. We just haven't really gotten the ball rolling or anything.
I'm dancing, sorry.
Yeah. So we're going to be basically going through. We're not going to be watching them together, but we're going to be watching every movie that's featured in the Great Movie Ride. Even if we've already seen them, we're just going to rewatch them.
Love it.
Come together, get a review in, and post it on our podcast page. So,
Brandis, I got to tell you that your lighting looks incredible. I'm very impressed, by the way. So very cinematic.
Take your time on that, by the way, because I'm watching all the Friends first. So,
take your time on that. I love it.
I got a little lamp.
Take your time. Don't expect me to watch all of the Great Movie Ride.
Can't wait, Brandon. But you know what? Take your time.
Take your time, man. Yeah, it'll be worth the wait.
Nice.
We can do it like the film Boyhood. It'll take 12 years to make. Yeah.
Man, you'll be growing gray beard by the time we get our first episode up.
Great episode, guys. Of course, don't forget my partner channels, Adam's Land, right here, the live place. Got Dean, he's incredible. Disney Dan is unbelievable. And a Minnie from the Viper Project, Road Trip Dave, and of course Steve. I always say, and of course, I don't know why, Steve's World. Check out my amazing partner channels. We got DG Explorers. They go live every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Disney cruises, so much fun. Little Explorer, Big Explorer. I love those guys. Of course, we got the Philly crew live every Thursday, 9 o'clock. They do Disney. They do traveling. They do a lot of food stuff. They make me hungry all the time. It's unbelievable. And of course, my newest sponsor, Disney Circus Girl Ray. She goes live every Monday, 4 p.m. talking about Disneyland Paris, talking about life on the road with the circus. Great sponsor channels. Thank you guys so much. Of course, my amazing members.
She has some great stories on the road as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we're out of here, guys. Thank you so much. I think we're going to do possibly next week I'm going to be doing. We're going to do Avengers Academy in Disneyland. I know literally zero about it. I wish Brandon could join us. I don't know anything about it, so I think that's the topic next week.
I got you.
Well, it's going to be two of us then. So
yeah. No, I'm excited. I want to learn about it and everything. So it looks pretty cool. We'll talk about that next week. Go. Dan knows about it. If Brannis can join us, that'll be great.
Brannis.
Whatever. So, and then the following week, I am in Miami with John Bon Jovi doing the Runaway Tours trip, and the following week I'm away too. So, I don't know how much I'm going to be live.
Why don't you just have John Bon Jovi on Pub Talk?
Stuff. Yeah, we'll have him on.
Why
on,
isn't he on Pub Talk?
I know he should
man.
be. He should be. So, all right, guys. On that note, thank you guys so much. We are out of here. Thank you, Andy Tribbiani, Disney Dandler Bing.
Andy,
Abby Tribbiani, whatever.
Andy,
Brannis, and of course me, Rob Geller. We're out of here. Thank you so much. So much fun, guys. Celebrating friends with us. If you haven't seen the special, go watch it. It's good. So thank you, guys. Everyone say goodbye. Awesome. Thank you, Captain, my captain. Surf Bum. I haven't bought that beer yet. I apologize. I have to keep thinking about it. I got to go buy some beer for the thing. So bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.
See you guys.
See you soon. Thank you guys for coming on. Definitely check out Dan tomorrow and Sunday over at
Bazinga. Sorry.
Bazinga. We got to do a Big Bang Theory. Let's do a Big Bang Theory.
Please, is my favorite show.
We can do Big Bang as well. Yeah, that's fine.
The whole universe
Bye,
is in a hot
guys.
in nearly 40.
See you later, guys.
Expansion started. Wait.
How you doing?
He stopped singing. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.